see elderly people now, make I respect myself before she go say, why are you stressing yourself? Why are you getting yourself upset? No, so back to us. Now, that's how, where was I, Gogon? You know, all this one that they said I had fake, what do they call it? Fake speaking in tongues, accepted, then in the church, then they will try to remove. It was from the church I learned that there's something they call spiritual husband. And if you understand what I'm talking about in Pentecostal, please say it. Just type your experience. Do you understand? Type your experience. Sometimes they will say it's mermaid spirit. Sometimes they will say spiritual husband. They will type all those kind of things. So they shall did. And you know, they will say that your deliverance, it differs. Some people's deliverance is stronger. In fact, they even say some of us manifest snake spirit. Me, I made my own. They didn't say I was manifesting some, because I remember one time that they were doing that deliverance. One girl was doing. I said, hey. And she was bringing us for what snake spirit, Niti. They now said that one is snake spirit. All these things, I don't know. You know, I come from an Islamic background. So all these things, it was, and sometimes some people will sit down and they'll be doing like this. You know how mermaids made the fish? Me, my own leg. You know, I'm a brocoto. So all those ones to do, it's only leg part that can be doing leg like this. They say, just your manifestation, some things that you do, makes them to say, this is the kind of spirit that is worrying. Some people will do, bo, 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 bo. They'll say dog spirit. And that dog spirit, that one is that you'll be sleeping around. You'll just be sleeping with anybody. You'll be fucking, you know, you understand? I've been in deliverance session before. Because before you start to speak in tongues, before the Holy Spirit can come and dwell in your life, then now they do born again. Now they wait Emma Binu. Now is the network still bad, Sister Folashade? Hey, network is bad. Hey, what do you? Is the network still bad? Is the network still bad? Is okay, no, okay, it's not bad. Okay, Grace. Okay. You understand? So all those things, it's stored in my head. Okay, I'm charging my phone. My phone, I just realized it's not charged, so I'm charging it. You know, it's stuck in my head. I was like, So after a lot, you know, because I now discovered that I won't lie and I'll be sincere. I discovered that when they are praying for you, if you don't fall down, and let them know that they will say that you have a stubborn spirit. They don't do that anymore now. They don't in born again churches now. Or except I'm wrong. Maybe say Pentecostal churches, especially maybe because Redeem. Before, it's a big war to speak in tongues. They must remove all the bad spirits, especially spirit husband. Then they ask me questions then. And I will never forget. The questions I was asked then is that they will tell you that when they remove that spirit to you, that the spiritual husband, as I question, they will lecture you. They said that the spiritual husband will come in the dream and come and remove the ring that spiritual husband, or the ties, the marital ties, then the spiritual husband, as far as they are concerned, they will say that have sex. Do you see anybody coming to have sex with you in the night? Please, if I'm lying, correct. No, you can't correct me. It's a matter of say your own. Because my own experience is what I'm talking about. So and I was like, at first, all this thing I didn't even share with my mother. They still do that in MFM, and some says, oh, really? Okay, I didn't know. But in Pentecost, they don't have time for that anymore. Because no time. In fact, I don't think they do it. Maybe in Nigeria. Maybe in Nigeria, abroad. Born again now is on a platter of gold. It's not like the way it was when they did born againism with us in Pentecostal. So then all those things were the things that stuck to my head. So when I now was in university, you understand, then when things happen to you, when I got home after a while, it took me a while before I was able to share that thing with my mom. I think when I entered university, my first semester, I think my first year or second semester, I had a ghastly accident it's not a accident inside car. It was accident Okada. If maybe you can still see all these things that you see is born. Oh, it shot my face, shot my body. Oh, all this, I don't know if you can see it. Okada, as he chop my body, chop my face, chop everything, my body, my many things. Is God. I was rejected at first, but then that was when, after, you understand, when you now be saying, mommy, when I was going to this man's church, because then I think I was in Polytechnic, because I did OND in Polytechnic, Ado Ekiti, before I then went to university to do BSc philosophy in Ekpoma. So when I entered there, I had that accident, and I told my mom, I said, mommy, when I was in that church, they said that I have a spirit water in the spirits, kinekon, mame water. Then they said that I have husband, and that husband, what they do is that they won't tell you, but in the course of knowing all these things, they will say it along the line. They will tell you such stuff like they come, some of them, they don't allow you see husband quickly. Or you will marry, they won't allow your husband to enjoy you. As in, the man will be dumping you. Or they won't allow man to marry you. Promise and fail. Or they will take your life suddenly. They won't, when they are tired, they just say, oh yeah, they will come and carry the person. So when I had that Okada bike accident, what made me to now tell my mom this side of what I experienced in that church was that when they dropped me, when I fell off the bike, I was going to school. In fact, that day I had a man that is so strict, is test, or not exam. Because the man is this Christian born again people, because my department is full of fathers. Only very few are bad men there. Fathers are the main people in philosophy department, if you know about philosophy. So I thought to myself that I must go and write that test too, because it adds to the overall, you understand? And I just took injection for malaria. I had malaria, but I wanted to go. And I fell off bike. On falling off the bike, in fact, if all the Ekpoma people, if you are here, the landlord to the man that owns T40 hostel, I don't know his name again, is the man that saved me that day. The man did not realize that I was already off the bike. So where the spiritual husband took place, so you carry passenger on the highway. If you people know the highway, oh sorry, I'm sorry. Our highway is like when you are going Ojuele Road, when you it's Bini Auchi Road. You understand? You come on for Ojuele, enter that road. That road is very busy highway. Only big trucks. Only I want big truck that carry petrol here and there. Big truck shot to that road. So this stop, so many memories. This stop, which one be stop? I don't understand though. You mean? I don't understand waiting. Okay, now, so that's how they took me up. They were now market women, because that day was market day at Iru Ekme or so. So they were stopping the Okada man that the person you carried is already off, rolling on the highway. Rolling on the highway he didn't realize that I had fallen off the Okada. This leads to Abuja, yes. Do you understand? Meanwhile, the man that saw me, the man said he didn't know it was a human being. He wanted to kuku, rather than swerve into the bush. Something just told him, swerve into the bush. That's how church people now say that, it is the husband, spiritual husband that changed into another thing that the man saw. Me, I didn't hold it to. After much treatment, they came to take me. My father ran to Edo State. They took me, they rejected me in local hospital. They took me to Bini Hospital, teaching hospital. My father came to take me from there, to Lagos. He didn't. So I was not telling my mother because the experience was a terrible experience. My mother now said, which one is spiritual husband? You know, Anglican, Methodist, all those people, their own belief is different. They don't even speak in tongues. They don't do all these things that Pentecostal came and they created awareness of all these things in people. And it led to more fears. And also, you will discover that when they now tell you all those things, somebody will now come and be sucking your breast in the dream. You will not start, I'm telling you, it's them that put the imagination, because I don't see it anywhere in the Bible. Emma Binu see me. Emma Gbo, I want you to follow this thing in truth and in spirit too. You know this my issue. This particular thing I said is what made my mother to become a redeemer. She is the one that brought redeem now to the family. Are you making sense? This particular thing of, because my mother was we saw a spiritual husband again, because she goes to all this medieval, apostolic, you understand? She comes from Anglican, you know, all this, their own is all like Catholic, you understand? But they don't believe in all this, they don't know anything like this. All this thing was so my mother, because of this, my story, in fact, she wanted to understand what is it that they told me is what led my mother to redeem Church of Christ. So it's my mother that brought redeem to the family. She on yin sing. And when my mother got there, I now told my mother, did they not see any spirit? She said maybe because her own, she's old now. Do you understand? And she doesn't know, maybe if she was younger, they would have seen all those things that they saw in me. They would have seen it in her. But they didn't see it. I said, my mommy, I now ask her, so how are you able to speak in tongues without all these spirits that they will bring out for me? So it's actually we, the young ones, that were introduced to that understanding of deliverance of some things in us. Why until tomorrow I'm yet to get an answer to that part. So subsequently, I now discover that if you start to have sex, if you start to have sex, you are prone. There's one thing Oyibo call, kí ni wọ́n máa ń pè kíní yẹn náà tẹ́ èèyàn máa ń kó bá sùn fún èèyàn ní ojú àlá. You will be, men, they will ejaculate. Women too. Emma, yoma da. Hey, there's one Oyibo they call it. This thing is paining me. You people are laughing. I don't understand. I'm going somewhere for you people. You people won't understand. Octopus, it's not octopus. Wet dreams. Thank you, Jare. Octopus, ibawo. Octopus. No, I don't know octopus. So it's wet dreams. It's wet dreams. Thank you. Debunking. No, not daydream. Daydream, bawo. Daydream is sleeping and walking. It's not daydreaming. Daydreaming too. They say it's a spiritual husband. Oh. You don't know. A spiritual husband. So that wet dreams, when you have started, they have started sucking your breast. You understand? And you have started doing shocking shambolo. Do you understand what I mean? When they have said doing kurupe, kerewa with you, you are prone to have wet dreams, especially if you just will have it. So the fact that they now told me that there's one spiritual husband, I don't know. Me, I will now see something like that in the dream. You will now do script. Wa pariwo síta pé mo ti rí spiritual mo ti rí spiritual house tó wá kó wá sówó mi. I shout out say mommy mo ti rí spiritual husband that so my mother was really concerned, like, how is the I didn't take it lightly. Me, I now turned it to crying. So along the line, I met the father of my child. Do you understand? So he now told me that he has asked, because you know the father of my firstborn, the father owns a church, Kerubu. I've never been there, but you know, I think he owns a church in Ogba or Agege side. So I think from their holy, and then they now said that I am a Mary, Mary Obotari Gidi, the Mary we be say they not they offend though. I can't tell and say hey, that when I was growing up there, my mother said when she was pregnant, that she doesn't know this person that told her that this child that might be mama shape, that she should not be cursing. That surprisingly, when they then born me, when they come born me, say now up till I first grow. And you people here, Renny, I'm telling you people now. She said the person just stopped her in Lagos, Eko, Idumota, that she was pregnant of me. And at that point, she was really heavily pregnant because, you know, I told you people, I was 7 months pregnant. My mother was 7 months pregnant when they brought me back to, the pregnancy was in London. When they brought me back, 7 months in my mother's stomach, ask her till tomorrow, I'm always still asking her. If not that now that I have paper, I'm always still telling her, why did she do me like that? You understand? Why didn't she give birth to me in London? At least born me, make me. She said life was not hard then. And it's true. Then life wasn't hard. So she said that time she went to Lagos. It was part of all this that she wanted to start business and all those things. So it was Lagos, Eko, Tumota that she went. And the person just passed her and told her that in that. In fact, my mother said before she gave birth to, they already told her that I will be oninu fufu. That the person just passed. All these people that just pass on the road and be doing kokorom. That's that. But she didn't take it seriously until when I can't they grow teeth now. Up teeth I can't grow. Hey, now she say, hey, wait it be up teeth they can't say one more lagbara ni wo kin shepe. As long as she doesn't swear. You understand? So she was happy when this teeth, you know, go grow. When he remove, she was very happy. Because grow. Because they say if you grow, some of you go call they say, so all those things my mother can say, he don't go for waiting big faster. So when the father of my child can't hear that one about me, that one can't even they fear me. If I ask, Ashebi is there, or you go nipa kokonuwa, go ask him, can't they fear me? He can't say, they say, make the, so I can't go back to my mother that, this thing, I don't understand this spiritual husband something. Is it the cause of the teeth and all this thing? She says she don't know. She don't know. Say make her no find that. So before I left, you know, when I started going to Pentecostal, when I started going to Pentecostal, as in Pentecostal, any small thing, or I go to any white garment store, they are doing anything. Now, so they go tell me, make I come. They say, this one, that one. Say, make I come do holy. Make I come do this one. Say, I be this one. Now I not going to go any church that they see all those visions. I not going to go. I know they follow them. They go there because they put in you the fear of what you don't know, and that thing will be manifesting, because at the end of the day, you will not be seeing somebody come and be sucking your breast and be fucking you. It's wet dreams. I'm telling you, it's wet dreams. The moment you have started fucking, it will be coming to you. But if you go and meet all these spiritual people, they will say it is Oko or Yawo, and the danger of it is that they cut short people's life. In fact, they can make sure that they make sure your husband, they destroy the life of your husband, because they don't want you to be comfortable on earth. Comfortable in the sense that they will say the person will be coming and be having sex with you. Some people will be having sex with you and you'll be having miscarriages. If not that my husband is Islam, Muslim paraku. When I was having miscarriages and all those kinikon, if my husband is all this, they would have said, but it's a phase in my life that I went through. But if I was going to white garment, so they would say, Okorun. I don't know if you are getting it. They will say they will come in to have sex with you. When you get pregnant in the world, they will come and have sex with you. They will make sure that they can be causing miscarriage. Pastors were picking on you because you have light skin. I suffered that too. Yes. But if you don't know, is what I'm saying. You will, the moment you have the understanding of spiritual husband, take it or you leave it, it will start to manifest in your dream, especially if you have started having sex. And there will be it's wet dream. It's what you are doing that is coming into your dream. Sometimes maybe you've not had sex for some time. You will have sex in. That's why, if you remember when we were in Nigeria, many of us used to eat in the dream. If you didn't eat in the dream, say the truth. Ever since we have been abroad and we eat good food and we eat fruits, everything. Have you seen McDonald's before in the dream? In your life, have you seen any of those Chinese rice, Chinese food in the dream? Why always African food that we used to eat in the dream that time? Because we are made to understand that those African food, when you see it in the dream, they've come to take one's glory because of what they feed us with, especially in the church. Until when I was still Islamic, nobody came to have sex with me in the dream. Yes, I've had sex in the dream. I discovered it is what I was fed with, what I was told. It's resonated in me and started to manifest in my subconsciously. Because I'm alive. Whether if you eat a 40 bad, not alone they will say if you eat a you have to start praying. You will be praying like this. The spirit of you, they come to take person glory, or something bad go. You understand? Because we were fed with those words, and it will go into you, and it will germinate, and before you know it, you'll be having sex. If you have started having sex in the dream, in the dream, go and find out. You've started having sex in real life, and it's because maybe you have sex and you don't have sex for a long time. It will come. In Nigeria, if my mother cooks beans then, or give us something like, especially afternoon sleep, that your mommy will do something that you don't like, and mommy will say your business. My mother will not, because of me, and I don't have money to go and buy what I like, maybe Mr. Biggs, or that time I will sleep in the afternoon with hunger. Wallahi, you will just see something food, like maybe rice, yashegu, this buka rice will come. Because you slept hungry. Don't think I'm trying to water down spiritual warfare. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. But many times, a lot of what we see is the thoughts in us that manifest in our subconsciously in our dream. Ever since we got abroad, go and see, and you will eat, even if in the night you can take popcorn, you understand, or even take creeps. Have you seen creeps before in the dream? Say the truth. Have you seen cake before in the dream? Why don't we see Oyibo people's food in the dream? Why always all this? You will just see ikoko with a rice, or you see a wedu and amala. You understand? Or you see inyo. You will never see chicken nuggets or burger or pizza. Say the truth. If you see it, please come back and because we do not hear such things here. And we eat, we are filled. We don't sleep with hunger like we did in Nigeria. My own, I did always sleep with hunger because my mother is what she feels like eating, she will cook. And if I don't have money to buy what I feel like eating, I sleep with hunger. While in a dream, I dey complete the food. The dream, I go chop for dream. Nigeria, your man jẹun. So, the gospel truth niye. So it's also about sex. So all those ones that mama gondi loju ala, mama shebai, tell mama dumwe, you are not see anybody, or you even see, you not see the face, is because otin doko. Maybe roko doni gbanyen. You can't. Let me tell you something. Let a man give it to you very well. Maybe you are satisfied with you. Nobody can come and sleep with you in your dream. Asaro na him was asaro elemi meje. That one. Asaro na him was. Oh, the man do but they lepo. Respect, they will not ask you. Asaro you say lepo ni. Walai, they say you be a mere. So that's just what I need to. I just want to. I took you down memory lane of my experience as a born again and how it's a lot of what we hear is from Christendom. They are the ones that put those things in our mind. That it is spiritual husband. I'm not saying that, it doesn't exist, but many people that think that they have, and many of them don't. In Nigeria, nobody dies natural death. If you are beautiful and you die young, you will hear that the person is an ogbanje. Meanwhile, they are forgetting that even people that are not beautiful die young too. Do you understand? So they are forgetting that people that are not, what do they call it? That are not beautiful, they also die young. But the moment you are beautiful, no, on top of my chair, why? What? What do you want? Meat. Is it the one I put in the oven? Take that one. That's the one I put there. It's meat. Go and eat that one. Put your leg down. You just eating. Go and take that and go to bed. That's okay. Take that one in that bowl. I just brought it. Yeah. Emma Bino. Baby Mimi. So yeah, with a great sense. I love you for saying the truth. No, that's just the gospel truth, Elizabeth Akintola, my darling sister. It's just the gospel truth. If you've not had that experience, it's because you didn't have people telling you have spiritual this, so you have ogbanje. I've had people say it to me, but that's the reason why I stopped going for occasions in white garment. If you invite me there, and they will always see one thing. So I find out that it's what you hear and what you know. It resonates and it starts to germinate. Before you know it, it starts to affect your life. Do you understand? So it's better you listen to what wouldn't be giving you that mindset. That mindset, and I will not lie, this sleeping in the dream with a man, I won't lie, me experience here more. I can't, because I don't hear about it until I saw a video and I saw somebody sleeping. You understand? And recording. But I said to myself, maybe people are experiencing this thing. I think Sister Bimpe Adelada, my charger is here. You understand? I love you more for my ebule, my sweetheart. You understand? So I thought to myself, I said, it's good I let you people know, because you probably are experiencing it and you are thinking it's anything. No, it's what you've heard. And if you think you are have sex with a man physically, let the person bench you well. Do it good. Your body needs sex. That's why you are having dreams of a man sleeping with you. Don't go and put it in your mind that you have any. Well, you will be wasting your time too much thinking of what is not affecting you. I'm not saying spiritual husband don't exist to an extent. They say that the spiritual husband will even disturb the husband. Maybe if they sack person husband now, they will say it's the wife that has spiritual husband. All these things are life issues that we would all experience at one point or the other. Different hiccups. Life can't always be rosy. Do you understand? But our Christendom, they decided that they will add it to, and start to put blames on us. What is not in the Bible? There's nothing like that in the Bible to let us know that Jesus Christ didn't tell us that there's spiritual husband. You understand? Jesus Christ, there's no story that tells us that people were eating in the dream, so therefore they've come to take one's glory. So hunger can make you eat in your dream. Since when we say eating abroad and we eat belefu, can't even call the fat, I don't think many of us eat in the dream anymore. So think about it in that manner. And it is not Christian, it is those that practice Islam Yekpa. How? Islam Yekpa. That's not true. What do you mean by Islam Yekpa? How? I'm lost. That is not true. I don't get what you're saying. What do you mean by what do you mean by Islam? Islam don't talk. Mind you, I'm a Christian now, but Islam don't talk about spiritual husband. Islam, they don't talk about spiritual husband. Let me tell you what Islam does that Christians don't do. Islam, they don't believe in person die, you wait. You can do your party later, but 24 hours, they believe the person must be buried. Even without casket, they can use mats and white clothes in the ground. Islam believe that you should be doing Sahara. Christians don't believe that. Christians don't take that on board. After the dead, when one is dead, Islam will still be doing. Is Christian, Islam, and third religion. I don't understand what you mean by third religion. You are misplacing us. Be very, very precise. I know the difference between Christian and Muslim, because I'm from both. My mom is Christian, my father is Muslim. Especially when not they pay bill. Okay, so it's Christian. They don't do prayer for the dead. In fact, they don't believe in Sarah. What do they call it? Prayer always, yearly prayer. Muslim can do it every year. They can give people food every year, and every time Muslim is praying, you will hear them say, and for the dead, they will specially pray for the dead. Àwọn bàbá wa, Alhaji Yusuf, Kolomba, he just died since 20 years ago, but they will still be praying for him. Christians don't do that. Islam, they do not tell you anything about spiritual husband or you be a Mary or Banje. There's nothing like that in Islam. It's in Christianity. Mermaid spirit, dog spirit. If you see any Islamic man telling you that, Ajepe o ti lo join Christianity, o n se 419. You can never hear all those imam afa talking about dog spirits, mermaid spirits. No. Christians don't believe in praying for the dead. Islam, they believe. Christians, they pay tithes and offering. Islam believe in giving to beggars and be doing that's this one that Christian will do tithes and offering in the church is your choice. In Islam is giving beggars. giving beggars. Many things are, but that all those Catholics pay for the dead. I don't know about Catholics anyway. I'm talking about Pentecostal. I don't even Keruba and Seraphim. They are the ones that believe mainly in all this spiritual husband, white garment. They talk about spiritual husband. They talk about Ogbanje spirit. They believe in those two things a lot. Before they talk anything, you will hear spiritual husband or Ogbanje spirit in white garment church. In fact, they believe that all women have Ogbanje spirit in white garment. It's from their mouths that I heard of Emirala Kisa, that if they would look at your star. Why did you call her? Don't abuse me. The way you type your question is the reason why I'm not going to answer you. So as I was saying, the way you type your question cuts across very friendly. So I won't answer you. Now, as I was saying, so, you know, a lot of people, yeah, until you join a particular religion, that is when you will know their practice. Do you understand? Giving alms is important, yes. You have to understand them. You have to understand them a lot. You have to understand them a lot. You know, so it is how comfortable you are in your religion. But I discovered that all this spiritual husband stuff, something, I stay hearing it from Pentecostal. All this spiritual mermaid spirit, I stay hearing from Pentecostal. But I grew up in both religion. My mom and dad, my dad is Islam, my mom is Christian from birth. You know, so my dad is not this strict Islamic, so he didn't we don't know anything about all these things. Muslim, they will just pray. Their own is to do wakati marun. They will do their prayer, papa. That's it. It's even now that I hear that Muslim, they see vision. They don't, growing up, they don't see vision. They only do prayer. Nobody to respond to you, but you'll be doing the prayer and be doing Toreanu. You can just look at the mosque and decide to build the mosque. That's them. Christian, they are the one that they will attach something to any Muslim. Let me tell you, when people die, Muslim believe is from God. That if death comes, you will never. That's why it's you know, for them to be saying autopsy post-mortem, person where they don't bury within 24 hours, it's not possible. It's Christian that put people in the mortuary. You understand? So post-mortem will be done, autopsy will be done. They don't believe in if person die, you will never hear them saying that when they are doing the preaching, or as in coma sick, you won't hear them say that walk pani. They are believing if they, that's why you see Muslim houses, you would think that they don't have regard for life, because they believe that for you to die, God has allowed it. God allowed it. So they don't think of post-mortem. But Christians, they will always, it's not natural death. You will hear stuff like wokpani, woshekinikom. So but for me, because Bible is easy for me to understand and to read, that's why I became where I am. You understand? However, you will never see me condemning Islamic religion, because that is my root. That's my background. I don't condemn them. I don't condemn Islamic religion, Christian too, except what I know that this one, no, bawole, I will say no, this one I don't like it. When Muslims were doing all this Osama bin Laden, I condemn them, because we have extremists and we have normal. You understand? The extremists too, they don't like the normal Islams. They kill them too. So the religion is divided in that aspect. The ones that kill people, those jihad fighters. There's nothing like that in the Quran. Go twist any. My experience, okay, let me read this so I will continue. My experience was so scary. I remember I used to have dreams and seeing myself married to a very tall, handsome man with 2 kids living in a mansion. Yeye, it got so bad. I'm always afraid once night is time. One day I got myself a rosary and wore it around my neck. This particular night, I was all alone in my room. I shared with my cousin, but fortunately she was on night shift. So I was alone on our bed. I barely just dozed off in second when I left the warmth of when I felt the warmth of a human body next to me on my bed. I remember in my subconscious mind, I'm alone in my room. It's as if something was trying to climb on me, but I managed to reach to the rosary I was wearing. I managed to shout the blood of Jesus with all my mind. Boom, the being jumped out of my bed through the window. I woke up soaked in my sweat. I was shaking and so scared. That encounter ended my dream about that strange man. Jennifer, when you were young, I want to look at you, how pretty you are. When you were young, were there times that you were told that you have spiritual husband? Because this kind of things, a lot of people say things like this, how they have, were there times that they told you that you have spiritual husband? It's just a question. You are right, Vivian Temi. Yeah, you are right. I learned in all those Kwara side, they do it. Okay, Jennifer, they told you over time. I understand, Jennifer. Over time, the thing germinates. It builds in your heart. I'm telling you. It builds in your heart. I'm telling you, it's not a good thing. If you have been told that you have spiritual husband, if you do not quickly realize that, all those things that you are being told and all your understanding, some of these things you describe is if you are not realizing that all those things will go and resonate in your heart and start to build, it becomes very real. Because wet dreams, when you wake up and you do fucking in the dream, sorry if I'm being raw, please, you come. Even men ejaculate. Woman now. And do you know what they tell the men when that happens to them? They will say that it is, if maybe God help you, you are dating that man that period, you will hear stuff like it is you that is coming to take that man's sperm to use in your egbe. They are telling the man that I won't wish. I'm telling you, they are telling the man that is wish that is doing with that man. So that man, if anything, God forbid, he runs into problem that period, you will hear stuff like, you leave that girl, Emiriala Kisani. They will just put you for trouble. Haven't you seen a lot of trouble by many women? So men want to marry some women, but because they said they have spiritual husband, why garment man will carry your name to their woli? Their woli is, the man will not marry you. The man will not marry you. That's why you see some people, lele, because of the understanding. Then the kind of denomination that people go to, you understand, determines how they go and be. Like somebody said that Islamic people, some of them use sand to look vision. It's true. I heard that such things happen. But if you see real Muslim, they don't do it. They don't. They don't do it. But they have sheiks that even them, the sheiks talk to the same way we have prophets. They call their own sheiks. They talk to God, and God will do. They say Allah. And exactly what they say communicate with the prayers they do. God will answer that prayer. You understand? So it's different. It all depends on your belief. So at the end of it, it's only beautiful ladies have spiritual. No. It doesn't have anything to do with beautiful. You can see some ladies that are not beautiful. Like, let's use the example. Sorry, Whoopi Goldberg. You know that she's not facially beautiful, but logo. We have ogoless people now, you know, but logo, and she does fine things. If she's in Nigeria now, as she did so, they go say nah, she has a spiritual, if not spiritual, but they will say she's a Mary, not a Lakisa, a Mary or logo, that when she marries you, she will bring money from her people for you, make you rich, and she will go. God may her soul continue to rest. You know, if people don't, Ibidun, you know Ibidun, the lady Idalo and everything, they can, like, you know, the way she lived her life. If she was going to white garment, they go say nah, spiritual husband take her, not even call allow her born. You understand? They go say that the spirit, they will add it to suit. I'm not saying things don't happen, but try and hear less of all those things for your sanity and for your spiritual life. You will see how it will do you good. Africa made back home, the kind of way they poisoned our hearts with all this they say they will beat you with one leaf like that. Oh God, they will beat you. Hey, she marry when you walk they will beat you. They will beat you. Get one white garments man that time, by the father of my child, you understand? So they now said that they will carry me to Babish before my own kidney, that they are going to go and cleanse me. Mbani, please, what will happen? So the man will go there. They will see your nakedness. That's why a lot of sex thing happen in that church. All those girls low where emerejade ninu Babish. How will a man that has willy, that is willy is functioning, carry you to Babish? After praying for you, beating you with mariwo, won't it touch you? He will be attracted to you. You're tempting the devil. You understand? You're tempting the devil. It's not broom, oh. They don't use broom, oh. It's not broom they use. They use leaf, one green something. It's not broom, oh. It's not broom. Oh, can feel broom no yon. I don't think it's broom. Am I lying? How will a man that is something is functioning, is really is active and agile, go and pray for you, and you that they say you're already a married because of the beauty on you, then he will now, that's why it ends up in, they use broom. Me, I don't know. I heard this thing they will use. They said they will use one thing, leaf, like palm leaf. They said, Yeye CNS use broom. Hey, so they use broom. Me tell mama so okay. I learned is one green something pe kon do yan. Èmi o mo a wo pe then the man will see your omoluabi, and how would he will see it is really will stand no matter what. That's why there's promiscuity, there's jiving, misconduct of jiving. I'm a living testimony, ma. Hey, you are yellow now. Your testimony will be plenty. And you go to white garments now. Musician wa. Please give us your story. Please tell us which testimony is your own. Tell us before we move. Yeah, it's true. When they told you have prayer and believe it kills. They told me I have that. It's blocking my progress. Eventually things are tough for me. Then God supersede and don't have money for the sacrifice. I thank God for everything now with that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's the moment the word comes, it resonates. When it resonates, it germinates. And the moment it starts to germinate, any issue that you come across, that problem will be in your head. Anyway, me, I had that day and they say I was rolling on the expressway. They now say, they told the Okada man that I fell. He didn't even know that the passenger has fallen. Then Now in they said spiritual husband, now in carry, won't carry himself go. Money, eh? That was what led me to tell my mom, wait, I don't they go Pentecostal. Now so they told my mother was wondering, you know, because all those things, they didn't hear it. Our mothers didn't hear it. Because, you know, maybe because she grew up in all these Anglican churches, their own lifestyle is different. My mother was like, ewo tu lele. So I discovered that make it simple, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Just serve your God in truth and with all simplicity, so that you won't be, because all those things are what led us to start having sex in the dream. I'm telling you, to start having sex, you suck your bell, how more you wako dama daninu skinny fake. I lie, you don't know. Oh, my darling sister, experience is the best teacher. But it banye. Me, I avoid all this talking of all those. As in, what I mean is, don't come and poison my mind on. Let's leave it simple with God. People that did not hear such things, they survived. All those things that they are fucking in the dream. I'm telling you, and you know, let me tell you one thing. If you watch blue film now, you watch something that is romantic and you sleep, you are prone to have wet dreams. I'm telling you. Or maybe one man is toasting you and you like the guy, but you don't want him to have something to do with you. You can see him in your dream because you are already crushing on him. You understand? You can see him, you're just like you are hungry and you not see food eat. The food where you not see shop for life, you go see her for dream. Wallahi, what my go up pẹ̀lú ẹsẹ̀ ẹran bọ́kọ̀tọ̀. You go chop, you go wake up. Wallahi, tell anybody that for Nigeria. You go just know say bem. They go just they tell you say you get one time like that. And they you know say if Nigeria, unknown to us that children that put food on the table and be doing like that, they are probably autistic. You know, they are special need. You know, say Nigerian people turn out to emere. Say, but I saw for ya, pé mere ni pikin wey no know wetin they do. Special need child that will just be putting food here. You understand? They will be doing things and they stay in their own world. Nigeria change am. They change am. They say nah, emere. Meanwhile, abroad they diagnose them. Say autism. This child is not, you know, it's in another world. You understand? You're not doing eye contact. The child know they, you know, our own for Nigeria, we change and we don't say autism. We can't say yeah. No, totally. Let's leave that one. So that is the thing about my spiritual husband. I know say I want me not fit bring ekuru konji. Which ekuru? No, Emere go bring Emere bawo. All those things. The only thing I know, even the Quran, and I know that the Bible also signifies it. Ask me how. Ask me how. Okay, autistic children and I do work with them as a social. Okay, you know, in Nigeria they will just say that the child is Emere. It's autism. Now, in the area of I wanted to say something. That's why I don't like to read comments sometimes. In some things that we do, if we are able to realize that these parts, let me just keep to myself as only in kokoti mo fẹ́ sọ